All right, let's talk about the prong collar. I use these a bunch in my training. There's a lot of people are unsure about them, don't know about them, or have negative feelings to them. So I want to explain them real quick. First of all, I only use Herm Springer. It's just the brand that I use. In my opinion, it's the best. It is more money, but you pay for what you get. When we buy ours, they have different models, but we just buy it with that don't have any disconnects. It has a little plate right there. Now we swap that plate out with a buckle. This is an old one we have, but same idea. So that way when we put it on the dog, we can just buckle it. This one here is designed so you have to unhook this like that and kind of pinch it together and put it back in to put it on the dog. These are made to be snug on the dog's neck, not loose. If this is sliding over top of a dog's head, it's too big. The next thing we'll talk about is size. They make bigger ones here. I do not use these normally. If I get a dog with longer hair that these get hung up in, I might go to a bigger prong, but most of the time I stick with the 2.25s. You can buy if you have a bigger dog, you can buy 2 of them and add links. So you can take this apart and add links. When I add links, I make sure I keep it even on both sides of this plate or the buckle. So we'll get this one back out here. So on this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 links. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I was going to add another link, I would put it on this side over here. Try to keep them even. That's important. All right, so that's the size of these. You can add as many links as you want. Real quick, I'm going to slide up here. We also recommend safeties with these. Now the safety, so this is on the dog's neck. You'd hook the leash to it. The safety, I hook to the leash, and then I hook to the dog's flat collar. That way, if this breaks or comes apart, we're still connected to the dog. So, just a little bit there on that safety, especially if you have a bigger dog that's reactive or something of that nature. So, we've talked about the sizes. So, how this works, of course, we size it to fit the dog. It's not tight, but snug on the dog's neck. I always hook to the small loop, and it swivels, so it's called the live ring. That's what we always hook to that one. We never hook to this one in the way I train. I know there's reasons for it, but for what I do, just hook to the live one if we're just want your dog to walk good on a leash. The idea of a prong collar is when it comes tight, it pinches. So it is gonna pinch. I've had these on, I let my wife lead me around, and I resist it. When you resist, it starts putting pressure on your neck, where then you can release it. And that's the main way I use it. Or if she would give it a quick jerk, it's more of a correction. It's like, oh, that's there. But so I've had these on. I know how they feel. I think it's very important. If you're gonna train dogs, you know how your tools work. But anyway, so they pinch. They do not poke. I have this prong on a balloon. I don't know if you can see where it's pushing into the balloon there. Little dip. This is not going to poke into your dog's neck. I've done videos on this before, but I just wanted to say it again. It's not made to poke your dog. It's made to pinch. And the harder the dog pinches, or harder the dog pulls, the harder it pinches. So, just to recap, Herm Springer, I get a quick release buckle on them. We do have these here if you're local. You can purchase them from us, or you can get them online on Amazon. Most stores around central Illinois do not sell Herm Springers that I'm aware of, so it is something that you probably purchase online. They make other models that are cheaper, a lot cheaper, half the price, but they don't have this center plate, and all the prongs go the same way. When that happens, when you pull on it, it only puts pressure on one side. On the cheaper prongs, just like a flat collar, if you pull on a flat collar, it just puts pressure on the direction you're pulling. It's the same with them cheaper prong collars. The idea of a prong collar is by adding pressure all the way around the dog's neck, just like a slip lead. The reason I use slip leads is because it's all about the pressure for me. So I think I've covered everything with it. So anyways, if you have any questions about the prong collar or its use, get a hold of me. I can help you out.